All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Akakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. And going to go into a brief history lesson of the French Revolution and getting into the parallels, to what's going to happen here and what you so-called America. Right, this is the same things that has happened to cause the French Revolution is gonna happen again here in the Americas. All right. So here's an article, history.com. All right, going into the French Revolution. Okay, here despite inheriting tremendous debts from his predecessor, Louis the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, and Marie Antoinette continued to spend extra vagantly. So I'm guessing splurging, right? Such as by helping the American colonies win their independence from the British. All right, showing the connections between these with history, with these so-called European countries. All right, in America. All right, but continuing, by the late 1780s, France government stood on the brink of economic disaster. All right, because of corruption. All right, corruption on the top of the pyramid. All right, so the so-called leaders of this world, all right, is what caused the people to feel at the bottom. All right, because they're the poor. All right, so they can't afford causes and changes in the economics of the nation. All right, because they get hit the hardest. All right, continuing. To make matters worse, widespread crop failures in 1788 brought about a nationwide famine. All right, and that's happening here in America. All right, farmers losing, because of storms, you name it. All right, but these farmers aren't getting forth their normal yields. All right, and these farmers are the ones that feed the country. And without these crops, proper production, then the people are going to starve. Okay, here bread prices rose so high that at their peak, the average worker spent about 88% of his wages on just that one staple. All right, showing how poor people are. All right, and they can't afford things like gas prices going up. They can't afford food prices going up. Okay, things that are supposed to be necessities, all right, things that should be easily given by the rulers, it's not gonna be able to be accessible to them because they can't afford it. Unemployment was likewise a problem, which the populace blame in part on newly reduced customs duties between France and Britain following a harsh winter. Violent food riots began breaking out across France at bakeries, granaries, and other food storage facilities. All right, that's going to happen here in America. All right, because when stuff starts going up in price, people can't afford. They're going to start revolting because their survival's on the line. All right, so they're going to start breaking in houses, breaking in stores, or you name it. All right, and that's that sedition among men. All right, because of the lack of bread. All right, and these are necessities for life. All right, and the scriptures talk about bread and water. Okay, but just how the scripture says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. These are things as a ruler you should be able to provide to your citizens, no matter what. Okay, and like that saying, what that really saying, Mark Twain, he says history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Okay, because history again, like the saying goes, it doesn't exactly repeat itself. All right, but it does rhyme. All right, because it's very similar. All right, and hey, and reading about quickly about this French Revolution. Okay, you can get into this if you want, but basically it's corruption. All right, and what the people were stirred up and fed up, and they rose up against the powers. Okay, but you can see this is going to happen here in the streets of America. All right, and Oh yeah, well, what I was trying to say, I lost my train of thought. Going into the yellow vest protesters. All right, they're uprising what against because of corruption. Okay, again, Mark Twain. All right, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. All right, but just to get in some precepts, um, to start off here in Sirach 29 and verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. Okay, but the times we're heading into. All right, this nation, so-called America, is not going to be able to provide the chief things of life, which is water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame, because everything's going to be too expensive. And showing that this country, these people that run this country, really run this world. Job 9:24, the wicked, they don't regard you people. All right, they're getting ready to jump ship on so-called America. All the other nations, they're turning against Babylon. All right, because they don't want to deal with her no more. All right, they have drunken Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hands. The nations have drunk, and therefore they are mad. Okay, America has been on a decline. All right, but here with this proud man in power, okay, Donald Duck, okay, America's demise is being accelerated. Okay, because of the pride of the city. All right, the pride of this nation. Okay. People are out here in their folly, in their day-to-day life. All right, what are they going to do when they don't have their securities? And then the natural reaction to these brute beasts, you so-called people, are in the world. You're gonna what? You're gonna start going to your animalistic ways. All right, killing and robbing people, whatever you may have it. All right, because you aren't prepared for this time to come. All right, you thought you would never be in adversity. You thought, this country, this so-called great country would be for you, but it's never been for you. All right, you're gonna be left out stranded, and that's why scriptures say the power shall be left in, roughly paraphrasing, in their hands. Okay, because people are gonna have to resort to doing things, like what the Joker said. These everyday, whatever you want to call them, law-abiding citizens. In that day, they're gonna be what they are, brute beasts. All right, eating each other, eating their own selves. Okay, selling their own children off for food. Selling themselves for sex, for food. This is the times that we're heading into. All right, and people are not ready for this day. That's why Most High said, "The day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night." Okay, all these turmoils, these things that are this great evil that's upon the earth. All right, nobody besides the men of the Lord, of the elect, are prepared for this day. All right, the elite, which will have a better foreseeing of the times to come, because they're, so to say, in rulership of this world. They know this place is going down, but they think they're gonna fulfill their new world order. Okay, which a lot of people are not involved in. Okay, and that's why you don't know what the heck is going on. All right, and that's why you're gonna lose your mind when these times come. Okay, and going back to how an unwise king destroyed his people, like it says in Sirach the 34th chapter, it says the bread of the needy is their life. Okay, but if you take away, what's the second part of that precept? He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. So what more than Esau himself? Okay, he's taken away the bread of the needy. All right, the poor that cannot afford these things once a hyperinflation comes in. Okay, because again, America is finished. All right, America is falling into a rabbit hole. All right, and it's been falling into a rabbit hole, and it's been on life support for a long time. All right, but because of the blindness of the people, people have been investing. Really, it's just biblical prophecy. Okay. But the times we're heading into, people, because businesses are closing down. All right, that goes into, behold, victuals shall be good, be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. You seeing all these stores closing down. They got 50% off, 70% off. All right, gas is at a decent price. All right, but it's gonna start going up because of inflation. Okay, what's going on is these places that are shutting down are getting the last ounce of juice of this nation before they they close up shop and try to ride the wave until this shit passes. But it's not going to pass, okay? Because the end of this place is nuclear missiles. All right, you can be a doomsday prepper and whatever you may have it, okay? But ain't nobody can be able to buy it in the times to come besides the elect, all right, which are preserved from the said perils to come. All right, but moving on to second address, chapter 16, and so I quoted it. This is verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. All right, again, you got these stores closing down. All right, having all these deals and stuff. Again, having 70, 80, and people thinking they're saving money. All right, when really they're gonna be crying and sighing because they should have saved that money for the food that they're not gonna be able to afford in the times to come. Okay, and again, this is because of hyperinflation. All right, the value of the dollar is on its last limb. Okay, because the elites are getting ready to close up shop on America. All right, this merchant city. All right, they're closing up shop. Continuing, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, that's the time we're in. All right, we're at a time of great evils. All right, we're sword, famine, and great confusion in the midst of it. All right, people starving to death. All right, great confusion. All right, hence Babylon the Great. All right, no one knows what the hell is going on. All right, that's why people shall heap themselves familiar spirits, group together, and but their hope is vain. All right, that's that burden of Egypt. The Most High is closing the story, closing the book on Babylon the Great. Okay, and thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. All right, because what the evil witches have done. All right, the evils that has been perpetuating on the face of the earth. All right, under the wicked. All right, you so-called white men, women, and children are the biblical Edomites. All right, the people of the Most High's indignation forever. The Most High hates you. Okay, and the earth hates you too because you're against life. Okay, and all the things you have built up, the things that you have built upon blood, all right, shall be put upon your own head. Okay, this is 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, great evils is upon the face of the earth. And reading the 23 part of it, there shall be no men to comfort them. You're not going to be able to go to your TV and cut on, everything's going to be fine. None of that stuff. All right, this place is finished. All right, the spirit of Egypt is going to fail. All right, the hopes of this people are going to fail. All right, because there is no hope for this place. Babylon, we would have healed Babylon, but she shall not be healed. All right, Babylon's not going to be healed. The days of the wicked shall no longer be prolonged, and the Most High is getting ready to touch this place. Okay, and going back to the French Revolution. All right, because that's those uproars of the people. Okay, because again, this has been the plan of the elites this whole time. All right, they've been ready. All right, they had a time where they were going to crash the dollar and try to bring this new world order. All right, which they're trying to fulfill they're trying to fill their belly. All right, fulfill their wicked desire. All right, have the new currency be the digital RFID chip, which is a mark of the beast. Are going to have using blockchain, cryptocurrencies for the new monetary system. All right, this is what these elites plan to do. All right, and and nobody else is in the loop besides the elites. Okay, so all you people hanging on to your dollars, that your whatever your savings plans, okay, it's not going to mean anything. Literally, that paper is going to turn to what it's always been worth, which is nothing. Okay, that's why it's fiat money. It's monopoly money. All right, it's a figment of your imagination that dollar's worth anything, because a man told you it's worth something. That's what made you believe it's worth something, but it's never been worth anything. Okay. It's always been vanity. Okay, so $1 million or $1 billion is not going to be worth anything. All right, because that dollar is not going to exist anymore. Okay, but here's where I'm gonna close out, because I was talking about bread and how people are going to revolt. All right, that goes into sedition of men. Okay, race wars, class wars, you name it. Okay, and King Louis, the 16th and whatever Maria, they got beheaded. Okay, so this is what's going to be happening. All right. All right. So this is Second Editors chapter 15, and I started at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, this is what is happening. This is what is happening here on the face of the earth. Okay, and it's reaching a boiling point to where it's going to be at a neighborhood near you. All right, America, you see things going on in Sri Lanka, going on in Paris, and but what is going to happen here in Babylon the Great? All right, the worst judgment ever for a nation on the face of the earth. Okay, and this indignation, meaning it's righteous, rightfully so. Okay, because this place is getting ready to show his horns. All right, the devil's getting ready to show his horns, that he never was for you. All right, and he's about to get you with the okie doke. Okay, your contract with Satan is up. Okay, this the deal that this nation has did now with Satan. All right, the time is up. Okay, because and the thing is, Satan works for the Most High. Okay, this is 16. For there shall be sedition among men. All right, sedition means a revolt, pretty much. Okay, a revolution. Okay, this is what's going to be happening here on the four corners of the face of the earth. Okay, but it's going to be the worst here in Babylon the Great. All right, and saying swords in their hands. Everybody in America is strapped. Your grandma, your auntie, everybody got a pistol. So that thing been collecting dust, for years. All right, people buy guns just for accessory, but in that day they're gonna have to use it, because reading the rest of this precept, continuing in invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Again, Mark Twain. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Okay, this is what's going to be happening here everywhere in the four corners of the earth. All right, because these are the fires that the Most High said that are going to be kindled before He returns. Okay, and the Most High is not coming for peace. All right, He's coming to bring a sword. All right, the Most High is a man of war. All right, again, perilous times. All right, this earth is heading into. Okay, all the ungodly are getting ready to get the end of their reward. All right, which is destruction. Okay, but continuing, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Exactly. All right, like I was saying about people with the sword. All right, the course of the actions shall stand in their power, because they're gonna have nothing else to do. All right, but try to survive. Okay, and as said, scriptures say, if famine don't get you, the sword gonna get you, and if the sword don't get you, all right, the ultimate sword, well, really the arrow, the missile's gonna get you. Okay, you can be clutch with you use your sword, you can got all the food stored up. All right, but the missile's not sparing nobody. Okay, so this is what's happening here. This is what's brewing on the face of the earth. All right, and this is biblical prophecy. Ain't nobody warning you about these things to come besides, all right, the Most High's servants. Okay, the men you see here on the highways and byways that you call lunatics, call crazy. All right, it will be crazy. All right, because the tables are getting ready to turn. Okay, everybody else. That's why Most High calls them dumb dogs. All right, they're greedy dogs. All they care about is gain. Okay, because they see gain as godliness. Okay, but that's why the Most High says their labors are in vain, and the blood, all that blood's gonna be required on their hands. Okay, and the Most High has came, so there's no cloak for these people's sins. Okay, and that's why the Most High says He's gonna laugh at your calamity. Okay, because the Most High told you about this stuff. All right, the same Bible that collects dust in the corner of your house. All right, that you see in every hotel room, that your president swears on. All right, you go to court and say, I solemnly swear, all that good stuff. All right, now one time did you seek out of the book of the Lord and read? So that's to your own demise. Okay, all this these wicked holidays. All right, enjoy. Hey, Lord's Will 2019. This is that acceptable year of the Lord. All right, so enjoy it while you can. All right, because this is the last time wickedness shall be able to reign. All right, so do what you gotta do. Fulfill your wicked desires. All right, but your destruction draweth nigh. Okay, all you that decide to live ungodly. All right, but continuing 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, and shall not be able. All right, because that's that martial law. All right, all this sedition among men, people going lunatic, killing kings, princes, your governors, your mayors, people of leadership, you name it. Okay, the government's gonna have to go into martial law. All right, race riots, class wars. Again, the government is gonna have to go into martial law. All right, where the Constitution is not going to stand. All right, and military is gonna be the authority. Okay, and you can look around, be circumspect. Hey, I already know it here in Tampa. Okay, there's Army Reserve places all over the place. Okay, and it takes seconds to close down the city. All right, put a few blockades and you're locked out. All right, and good luck if you're stuck on a bridge. All right, because you might just die on that bridge. Okay, but continuing, is 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Again, people thinking, oh, America's all this, all that shit going around the world. That ain't gonna never touch here. I sit a widow, and I shall not know the loss of children. That's why these evils shall come upon thee in one day, in 1 hour. Okay, the loss of children. All right, an evil that you shall not be able to be put off. All right, you're not going to be able to know where it comes from, and that's Isaiah the 47th chapter. Okay, these cyber attacks. Okay, these pestilence, these things that are going to be released out here, having people literally turn into zombies. The shows you love to watch, you're going to be one because you always been one. All right, it's going to manifest. All right, because you always been a zombie this whole time. Okay, people going around in houses with swords. Okay, the military coming in and ravishing all your children. Okay, doing the utmost. And then offing you. This is what is going to happen here in the streets of America. All right, and wherever else the Most High decides to bring us destruction. Okay, and then the grand finale is these nuclear missiles. All right, it's not going to get any better. There's no healing. There's no tomorrow will be better. No, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay, death. You're going to wish for death. Okay, because all the torment and sorrow you're going to be going into. Okay, people hearts failing them for fear, just dying because of how terrible stuff is going to be out here. This is the times that we're heading into. Okay, so all the other stuff people are talking about, what profit is that? What is that going to do for you in these times to come? All right, all these debates, okay, tit for tat, things like that, gainsaying. What is that going to do for you? All right, when you have no food in your closet. All right, when people coming in your house raiding you. All right, because they need some food too. Okay, and this is it right here. This is 19. Oh, well, continuing the rest of the 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Exactly. All right, men. All these men going to Gold's Gym, LA Fitness, getting a swole on. They're like the Most High said, they're gonna be in the streets crying like a travailing woman. I have been hearing big muscle meatheads screaming like women, because they never they fill themselves up with air. Right, that's what you get, an airhead. Okay, because ain't nobody gonna be ready for these times to come. All right, even if the men of the Lord. That's why we prophesy in part. All right, we pray the Most High has mercy on us in these times to come. That's why I just said, "Woe is me, woe is me." Okay, the times we're heading into is very serious times. Okay, so this is 19, and this is where I'm gonna close out. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, going again. That's why I brought the French Revolution. Okay, because there's a lack of bread. Okay, and just like the unwise king, the unwise rulership that this nation is built upon, this world is built upon. Okay, which is ran by the wicked, it shall not stand. All right, because the next verse to after what is that, Sirach 10, where it says unwise king destroys people. All right, it's Sirach 10:4. All right, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set up one that is profitable. All right, a ruler that is profitable, that can be able to provide, the things essential to life. All right, which is bread and water. All right, simple things that a nation should be able to provide. All right, world hunger is an easily solvable thing. Okay, America wastes. This nation wastes more food than there needs to be. All right, the food that it wastes could easily feed the world. Okay, and that whole world starvation thing would be easy fix. but that's not in the minds of these rulers. All right, because all they're here is for gain. Okay, and that's why they're going to be destroyed. Okay, all right, as well as their people, because of the pride because of their pride. Okay, all the pride shall be burnt up together. Okay, I think that's Malachi, the 4th chapter. It's the day so cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right, this is that time we're heading into. All right, so hey man, seek the Lord early. Make your calling election sure. All right, and fear YAHAWASHI and pray that He has mercy upon you and your household to come, because that's that narrow and straight. There's only one way to make it out of here. All right, and it's not going to be in the power of your hands. Okay, because again, the power of the earth is given to the hands of the Lord. Okay, this is all written by Him. Okay, and He has care for His elect. All right, and then those are the ones who are predestined to be saved from these said perils to come. All right, by their faith and by their works. All right, and Lord's will, I'm part of that number. All right, but hey, we're heading into that time, very very fastly approaching. This day is coming. All right, again, Lord's will 2019 is that acceptable year of the Lord. All right, but Lord's will is edifying, and as always, want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. So.